Hi, very good evening to all. My name is Bhavna and our subject is Business Economics. This is for the BBA students for first year, for first semester. In the yesterday class, we discuss long run average cost curve and long run marginal cost curve. I hope you understand this lecture. Today's our topic is what is the difference between the short run curves and long run curves. Let's see here. Short run versus long run. First, time period. The short run is a period of time in which output can be increased or decreased by changing only variable inputs. Means in short run, if there is any change in output because of only change in variable inputs, there is no other factor for increasing the output. The only one factor is if there is any changes in variable inputs, only our output has been changed. And short run period is less than 1 year. Long run. The long run is defined as a period in which quantities of all factors are variable, no factor is fixed. Long run means the period is 1 to 5 years. So here, if there is any changes in value of inputs, because of all factors of inputs are variable. Here there is no fixed cost of input factor. Means here input factors, what are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. All these are variable in long run. So if there is any changes in inputs, automatically the output get changes. But when compared to the short run, here only one input factor is variable, all other are fixed. So if there is any changes in only variable factor, only our output can changes. Next, expansion. No increase in short-run output can be made by expanding their existing plants and equipments. Here the expansion is there is no chance for expansion of our business because here all factors of inputs are fixed except one. So the expansion is not possible in short run. In long run, expanded not only by increasing labor and also raw materials but also by expanding the size of plants and equipments. Here in long run, there is a chance of expansion of our business. Why there is a chance? Because here all inputs are variable. So here not only we are increasing our inputs, that is not only we are increasing our labor and capital, but also we have increasing our factors, means factories also, means we have to construct new factory buildings or we have to start new branches. This all possible only in the long run. It is not possible in short run. Next, produced output. In short run, a firm produced output at a higher point and its short run marginal cost curve. Means in short run, production is up maximum. Means if a company want to produce these goods in short run, it can be achieved because here there is a chance for achieving all these things because only one input factor is variable when compared to all input factors are fixed. Here, the firm under long run produced at another cost curve called long run period curve. We can say it is a long run period curve. In a long run period, a firm is until a produce or leave the industry. Means if the firm want to produce or leave the industry, it is up to the company's wish. Company want to produce the goods or company want to shut down the business. It is depends upon the organization. Next, technology. In short run, there is no changes. Technology change is not possible. But in long run, we can adopt the new technology where coming into the organization. This is the difference about the what is short run and long run. What is the short run and long run? Means when compared to the short run and long run, short run the period is less than 1 year and long run the period is 1 year to 5 years. And the cost, there is a very little bit difference in short run, but there is huge difference in when compared to the long run. In short run, all input factors are fixed except one are variable, but when compared to the long run, all input factors are variable. That's why there is a chance for increasing the business, means expansion of business. We can say economies of scale, means we have to produce more goods because all input factors are variable. If there is any changes in input factor, automatically the output get changes. But when compared to the short run, it is not possible because here all input factors are fixed except one is variable. So there is a less chance for expansion of the business, or we can say there is a no chance for expanding the business. And production output we have to be produced maximum up to in short run, because we know that all factors are fixed, so there is no risk. But when compared to the long run, all inputs are variable, so there is a risk. It depends upon the organization want to produce the goods or organization want to shut down the goods. It depends upon this organization only. Technology, in short run we are unable to adopt the new technology, but when compared to the long run, if there is any new technology come into the economy, so the business organization automatically adopt the new technology. So this is the complete difference between the short run and long run cost curves. Next, our topic is experience curve. What is an experience curve? Means based on our experience, suppose an industry started past 15 years, based on experience we can say our production capabilities. So experience curve is like this. See here, economies and diseconomies of scale related to the behavior of long run production costs and the scale of output changes. Means economies and diseconomies. What is the economies of scale? Means we have to produce the goods at larger quantity. Diseconomies means at the period we are unable to increase our production capacity. So these economies and diseconomies are mainly depend upon the long run production cost curve, means long run based on long run production cost curve, and there is output changes. If there is any changes in output and if there is any changes in long run production curve, for these two economies and diseconomies are based on these two factors. What are the two factors? Long run average cost curves and also the output changes. Economies and diseconomies of scale is mainly depends upon the production curves and also the output changes. It is also likely that unit cost will fall over time as experience on producing and selling of goods or services increases. Means if there is we are doing past 10 years the same business, then we have an idea if there is any chance to increasing the raw materials or not. For that experience, our production and services may increases. For what reason? Means here our raw materials is getting a cheaper cost. For that raw materials we have to be purchased earlier, we can store and we can use it at present production. For that our finished product will get at reasonable price and good quality. For that here the cost will reduce. If there is any decrease in the cost, the demand of the product automatically increases. That's why here when the cost will come down and our production and services will increase. In what way we are saying? Based on our experience, means in this particular period this product is get very cheaper. In this particular period this product will get very high cost. Based on our experience only we can estimate that. In other words, cost of production declines as the cumulative volume of output rises. If other words the cost of production means cost of production declines, means the cost of production will get decreased. The output means if the cost of production means suppose I want to produce the particular product, the particular product cost is 50 rupees. Now it gets declines from 40. Then I am able to produce more goods. So my output get increases. Means here the cost of production will get decreases. Then our output will increase. There is an inverse relationship between the cost of production and output. Economies and diseconomies of scale relate to these economies and diseconomies of scale is completely relate to the behavior of long run production cost curves, means based on long run production cost curve and also the output changes. We can say it is likely that unit cost will fall, means for every average cost, while when we computed the average cost we have to know each unit for production of each unit how much cost we are incurring. For that, if each unit cost will decrease, then we can produce more goods, so our production will increase. In other words, we can say, in simple words, we can say like that, if the cost of production will get decreased, then our output automatically increases. Let's see here, this is an experience curve, and in x-axis I am taking cumulative points, and in y-axis average cost of production. Like the cost curve is like that, we can say it is a convex curve. This shape is like convex, and it is an experience, and we can say it is a long run average cost curve. Based on these two only we can decide our economies and diseconomies of scale. This is also sometimes referred to as learning curve. We can say by seeing this we can learn something. So we can say it is experience curve as well as learning curve. Why we are saying this is learning curve? Based on this shape we can decide when the company want to produce the goods or company want to shut down. Based on this curve only we can decide. That's why it is an experience curve, or also and other name is learning curve. As should be evident from the downward slope of the curve. It is an evident for downward sloping, means it starts like that and it is downward sloping. The long run average cost of production declines over the time as the total cumulative output increases. Means here the long run average cost curve declines, means our output, means here the cost is decreasing, then our output is increasing, means the cost of production will get decreases, then automatically our output will increases. So we can say like we see the curve like this, means our company is in a position to produce more goods. Means the curve is like opposite side, means our company is unable to produce more goods, then we have to shut down the company. Based on the curve only we have to decide our production is going continuous or we have to shut down. As should be evident from that downward slope of the curve, the long run average cost of production declines. Here the long run average cost of production declines, and output, here the output is automatically increases. This reflects efficient gains that the firm achieves by becoming the more experienced in producing a particular product or service. Means by seeing this only we have to experience when the company is in a position to produce more goods or not. Based on this experience curve or learning curve only we have to decide our company is in a position to produce the goods or the company is not in a position to produce the goods. So then we have to shut down the company. By combining the notion of cost, notion means related all those costs which come when compared to the producing a product, we combined all these costs. So by combining this notion of cost related to the scale and experience, means we are concluding all the cost and also scales and experience, we can conclude that achievement of a competitive advantage through lower cost. Means we know that when a particular situation we know that the raw material cost is very cheaper, then we have to purchase these raw materials earlier when the cost is very low. For that we can store that and we can use it at the time of production, then we complete our product, we can complete our finished product within a reasonable prices. So only the experience only we have to know that the raw material cost is cheaper at particular time and particular situation. So they are saying by combining the scales and experience we have to estimate the cost of the production. Then competitors lies in growth of production. When it turns implies capture of logged market share. Means when compared to our competitors product, our product will get very cheaper and reasonable prices and with good quality. Because when the producer have very good experience about this particular product, then producer know when the time will get raw materials very cheaper. So they can purchase the raw materials and kept store. After when the production is started, the raw materials can used. So we get our product at very reasonable cost and also quality when compared to the competitor product. Then in the market our product share will be increases based on competitors. Our market share will go increases based on experience curve only. Indeed we can see how a virtuous cycle. What is virtuous cycle? See here. Here lower unit cost. The only three components are important in this cycle. Lower unit cost, competitive advantage and growing market share. Growing market share means we have to capture market share, means we have to understand the market share. Indeed, we can see how virtuous cycle could build up in which lower unit cost, means by using each unit of the cost will be lower, enhance the competitiveness, drive up in the market share and permit a further cost reducing expansion in output due to economies of scale and experience curve effects. Means this cycle only shows three inputs. They are lower unit cost. When at the time when unit cost is low, then we have to enjoy the competitive advantage and also we have to capture the market. We can say it is an economies of scale and experience curve. This is the diagram of virtuous cycle, means based on when our unit of cost will get lower, then we can take the competitive advantage. Competitive advantage means we can produce the goods better when compared to our competitor. So we can give the goods at very reasonable prices when compared to the competitor. Then only we can capture the market share. Indeed, we see how a virtuous cycle would build with a lower unit cost, enhance the competitiveness, drive up market share and permit further cost reducing. Means they are showing is there any chance again reducing the cost of production. So our market share again increases in the market because we are giving the particular product at very reasonable cost when compared to our competitor. So all the customer attracts our products and purchase with us only. So our market share is more increasing. So first we have to we have to see the three components. When our unit cost will get reduced, then we have to capture the market and we can enjoy the competitive advantage. These three are the main factors of the virtuous cycle, and based on economies of scale and also experience curve, based on these 5 factors we can decide, we can increase our economies of scale. Equally, a loss of competitive advantage means equally up to now we study about if there is any chance for reducing the cost of production, but here if they increase the cost of production, so we are unable to produce the goods with reasonable prices, so our market share definitely will get decline. Equally, a loss of competitive advantage leading to fall in market share can reduce output. So if there is any increase in cost of production, our output will get reduce and force up until cost, leading to a virtuous cycle of competitive decline. Means here the competition will decline, our cost of production will get increases, then our output will decreases. So the output and competitive advantage is mainly based upon the which factor is mainly based upon the lower unit cost. At where we get very lower unit cost is completely based on our production only. In which production, by using which inputs we have to produce at very lower cost by using our technology, by using all the factors, then only we can capture, means we can adopt the market share and we can enjoy the competitive advantage. This way the experience curve is very useful for deciding when we want to produce the goods or not. This is all about the experience curve. Experience curve is nothing but if any industry has an experience last 10 to 15 years, they know that when our company want to produce the goods or not produce the goods. If your company want to produce the goods, the curve should be like that. It is downward sloping and it should be a convex curve. Then only our long run cost will get decreases, means the cost of production will get cheaper when compared to the past, then we can produce more goods, then our output will increases. Based on virtuous cycle, how in which unit our input cost will get lesser, then we can produce more goods when compared to our competitor, then we can gain more advantage. We can say it is a competitive advantage, and also we can capture the market share, means we are in the top position in the market because we are giving our product at very reasonable cost, so all the customers come and produce and purchase our product only. So this is about the experience curve. Today we discuss what is the difference between short run and long run cost curves and also experience curve. I hope you understand this lecture. If you have any doubt till up to now, please let me know. I definitely clarify your doubts. Thank you so much.